A few days ago, when I was at the farm doing the farm tour, I discovered some discarded lumber out in the woods or forest, trees. Yeah, I don't know who put it there, but I decided I'm going to go and collect some of it if I can. It looked like it was still pretty good, so I don't know who put it there. I'm sure it was somebody in the family. Either they didn't want it no more, or they thought that was a good place to store it. But why would you store it out there, way out there in the woods, if you're never going to use it again? So I'm just going to go collect some of it if I can. I'm going to have to take it apart to haul it, but take a few tools with me, see what I can do. All right, let's go over there. Well, I'm back. I got to drive down there and go to that gate and drive over into the woods on the right. I call it woods. Some people call it forest. I call it the woods. Ever since I was little. I'll just leave the gate open until I come back. Oh, there's a Freeze homestead with my parents' house in the middle, with the shed, and then my older brother, deceased brother, over on the right, and his widow lives there, and then my niece on the left. Yeah, with the just my niece's house on the left, and that was there is where I'm headed, because there's a little road through there, a little trail. And that's where I found that discarded lumber. I'm going to see if I can gather some of it up and take it home. The other day when I was out here, on the 4th, today's the 7th, I noticed that lumber over there to the side. Yeah, and it looked like it was pretty good lumber. And then I found some more farther down around the corner, around the turn. But right now I'm just going to concentrate on this, see what I can do with that first. See if I can take it apart and take it home. If I can get that out apart easy enough, I'll go down farther and see what I can do down there. Yeah, I just pulled in a little bit. At least I'm working in the shade. And this is what I'm working on today. I'm trying to figure out what this was. It kind of looks like a swing, but I'm not sure what this is. It's got a big log that way, and a log that way, and then a brace. And something near the top. I'm not sure what that is. But I'm going to take it apart. Got some bolts in it. I got some tools. See if I can get that apart. And look, I got a few blackberries I can have a snack. Right there. Well, the lumber appears to be 4 by 6. Well, actually 3.5 by 4, 5.5, but we call it 4 by 6. 4 by 6, and the long ones are 12.5, and the short brace there is 8 foot. So that's a pretty nice lumber. I don't know what the lumber is made out of, but it's not rotten yet. I got a few bolts to take out, so let me work on that. Looks like snack time. Berry break. Oh, it's not much, but it's better than nothing. A little treat for me anyway. Well, I took one bolt apart there, nut off. I was able to swing these over here. Now I got to flip the whole thing over to get to the bolts on the other side. And since I was here, I just noticed somebody's got a deer stand up there. It's tied up, so somebody must be using it. Could be my brother, could be my brother-in-law. I'm not sure who uses it anymore. I know I don't hunt deer. My little brother does. My other brother, I don't know. My brother who lives in town doesn't, I don't think. but my older brother never did. But my brother-in-law did before. I don't know if he does anymore, but he might. But more than likely, that's my brother's deer stand. Although he has his own property to hunt deer on if he wants to, which he usually does. But I'm sure he can hunt here too. Yeah, that'd be a good spot. The deer would come into this road area, clear path, easy to spot. Anyway, I ain't coming out here for that. Let me flip that over. I got it flipped. Had to work on a bolt there, a bolt or 2 or 3 down there on that end. I still don't know what this is, but I like the lumber. Even though I'm in the shade, and there's a nice cool breeze going in from the north, it's still hot. I mean, I think it's only around 80, at least it was at home. I think it's the humidity. Yeah, it's making me sweat a lot. Anyway, I got something done. It's not there anymore. It's on the truck. It's all taken apart. And those 2 pieces down there, I just got them held up to make it level. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave them that way or not, but for now I'll just leave them. They're separated. They're all disconnected. That's what was holding everything together. Those 3 bolts and a lag screw in the back there, and this long bolt held that on. I think that was attached to another piece, but I don't know. I don't really know what it was from. I mean, this long bolt was from there. The short bolts were from there. It's like I'm missing a bolt. Yeah, there's 4 bolts. There's four bolts. 1 for each of those, and 1 bolt on the end of each of that 8-footer that was attached to these 2. So that's your 4 bolts. And then this one was on that one. Okay, let's drive in farther to see what I can find on the other pile. Yeah, I'm moving farther into the forest or woods. Yeah. Go in, just around the corner, there's another pile of lumber. That's where I came from. I remember this place. When I came back from the Navy in 75, between 75 and 80, might have even been after. My wife came here in 80 from the Philippines, so we might have done that after she got here. So anyway, late 70s or early 80s. I remember working out here, clearing this up a little bit. Doing a little clearing in here, at least around this road. Yeah. And I think right there, I made a clearing right in there. I thought about building a small log cabin, but my wife didn't like that, so that didn't happen. And that's why we decided to buy the 5 acres where I'm at now. Worked out okay. I like it out there. Yeah. When I was here on the farm, my dad always had something for me to do. Seemed like it was just me, too. Okay, anyway, that's why it's clear. But I also remember that tree there. I remember we were clearing this off. It was probably a mistake, but I don't know if it was. I think it was in the spring. Yeah, I think it was in the spring or in the fall. I forget when. But I made a clearing, you know, where I didn't want anything to burn. So I raked all the leaves off you know, make like a fire break, I guess they call it. Yeah, I just raked the leaves away toward the fire, and I burnt from here all the way to the neighbor's fence. Yeah, it was kind of got out of hand, but at least the wind was with me, blew that way. Anyway, but I remember that stump there. That stump is where that big tree got hit by lightning, and all the bark got blown off. I remember that. There's that stump from that tree. Anyway, let's go back to what I was working on. Over there. That's what I saw the other day when I came out here to explore. I really don't know what that was from. Kind of looks like it's from a porch or a deck. Could have been from a deck, but I don't know whose though. I don't remember a deck like that. My sister lives down south. Well, when I say down south, I mean about 5 miles down south. Not that far away. At least not on the back roads. Could have been much from my other brother who lived in town. He might have brought this out. I just dumped it. Looks like some kind of a deck. There's a ladder there that went up. I really don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, I'm going to use what I can salvage out of it. Nothing else, I'll make sure I can use the big beams. I'll take them for sure. Because I see a couple back there, a couple here, one long one over there, and some other short ones. This one here's got some boards attached to it. I can use those boards too, maybe. Let's see what I can fit on my... I got to take the bolts out though to haul it. And bolts aren't easy to get out, but I managed on the other one, so see what I can do here. There's another piece there and a cross piece. A couple pieces up there on top, all bolted together. Some short pieces here. Over here, there's an old plastic chair. Yeah, there's some kind of a railing too, a couple railings. There was some type of a deck. There's a piece. I think it's already taken apart. Yeah. I think this piece here is already taken apart. I'll grab that one. It's got some hardware on it though. It looks a lot longer than 12 foot. While I was picking everything up, throwing it on that platform and the other one, and that long one that was laying over there, I realized where this came from. My younger sister, who lives has a house on the farm on the west side, closer to my hayfield. That was this was our old swing set. Even had a rope, you know, like a climbing rope. Yeah. I kind of remember it now, when they first moved into their house. They had this swing set. They got something else now, I think, or they got rid of that too. Their kids are old now, but they still got grandkids that live nearby. Yeah, I guess they're the ones who put this out here. Because I think whatever they replaced it with was more like a jungle gym. You know, it was different. Of course, the grandkids have their own thing like that, treehouse type thing, with ladders and stuff, over on the farm, on the south side where their niece built their house. Her husband built something nice for their kids. Anyway, I'm not going to take it all today, but I'm going to haul what I can. Mostly this stuff here. I'm not going to take that platform. I'll have to come back for that. Might have to bring some kind of a, because I think it's got screws in it and not nails. So I need another tool to get those screws out. And I'm not going to take, there's some hardware on here. I'm not going to, here's some hardware for a swing, I think. Here. And that one too. And that one got split on that end. On that end it's split. But I can still use this half. So that's still good. Yeah. There's room for 2 swings there. And one over here. Plus this platform. I guess those legs that I was taking apart over there were part of this thing. Anyway, I'll take the hardware out at home whenever I get a chance. Yeah, I don't feel like doing it out here. Too many mosquitoes. I'm gonna load all this loose stuff up on top. I'm gonna leave the ladder for now, but I got it off the ground. It's still in pretty good shape if I ever found a use for it, except for the bottom. The bottom is rotten, so it'll be a shorter ladder once I cut the bottom off. But I'm pretty sure that's the bottom because it's rotten. Yeah, I can salvage something out of here. Some of these are, the ones I got on the truck are 4x6. These are more like 4x4s. Mostly 4x4s here. So that's good. I can always use a 4x4 for something, even if it's not treated. I can use it. Okay, let's put them on the truck. Yeah, I gotta maneuver some stuff down the truck so I can get this in. It's pretty long. I think it's longer. I think it's longer than those on the truck, but I'm not sure. Let's load it up. That's enough for today. Yeah. Whatever's left, it ain't going anywhere. It'll take me a while to get the hardware out of all this stuff anyway. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. But it's nice to have it in case I need it. Yeah. Okay. I'm ready to head home. I might be able to find a use for them boards too, but I need some kind of a special screw to get those screws out. The one was a hex thing on the head of the screws. That I don't know what to do with this. Got some more boards in there, like that. Got some railings that aren't in too bad a shape, and you got that ladder. So there is something salvageable in there. But not today. Not today. I'll leave this for another day. Blackberries that they're starting to turn green. They're just green right now. They're just starting to turn red, I think. There's a few berries in here I can snack on. Here and over that way. That looks nice. Here's a few more. There's a meal right by itself. Yeah, and they're good too. Only thing bad about blackberries are the thorns. Hard to walk close to them. But I got them. Thorns or not. Okay. On my way out of this woods, and I'm going to head to the house. way out there. Right about there is I can see the cattle in my big pasture. I'm going to drive down there and take a look. Yeah, I can see them from here. From here is that bridge on the way back to the house. I'm going to go ahead and drive past my house, head down to the big pasture, since I know the cattle are near the road, because I want to look at them. Cattle are up there. Cool, staying cool in the shade. Good for them. It is a little warm today. Well, there's my main herd. I ain't counting them, but I'm pretty sure they look like they're all there. Ain't nobody having a cow. All the calves have been born. 5 calves this year. And 2 of the heifers had their calves. So last year I had 3 calves, and this year I had 5. And all I did, I just went to look. Yeah, they're doing okay. Grass is growing, so that's good. Grass always grows good in the bottom because there's always more moisture down here. Oh, I'm turning around to head back to the house with my found lumber or salvaged lumber. Yeah, salvaged lumber. Well, I'm not going to unload it today, although I just realized after I was putting my tools away, I left my crowbar out there. I remembered where I put it too. Yeah, in a hollow log. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just have to go back sometime. I don't feel like going back today. Not with this loaded up like this. I'll go back sometime. I don't think nobody's going to take it. I hope not. Anyway, I'll unload it some other time, and I'll take the hardwire out as I feel like it. Question is where I'm going to put it. I'll have to think about that. I'll probably put it under here somewhere. Yeah. Maybe I'll use those 2 things as I'll stretch them out here. I've been meaning to clean that up anyway. Yeah. Let's see. Actually, I got some old 4x4s over there. They're mostly rotten though. But I can still salvage some. Actually, there's one right there I could use. Anyway, I'll figure something out. I don't think what to put it over there is too far away. Too far away from my tools. That way I can work on them to take off the hardware as I feel like it. Okay, that's about all I was going to do today, and I did it. Still some more out there to salvage, but I need some more tools to get screws out. If it was just nails, I could probably do it, but not with screws. I need a special tool for that. It's not too cloudy today. There's a few, but not enough to make a difference. But at least I was working in the shade at those woods. That was good, except for the mosquitoes and the humidity. Wasn't too bad. A few more clouds to the east than there is to the west. Oh, kitty. Hi there. She was hiding somewhere. Yeah. At least the lemongrass is in the shade now. I could probably water it. I'll wait a little while. No hurry. There's still one plant in the sun. Cattle are up there, resting up there in the shade. Okay. I think I can cool off in the house now. Yeah. Okay.